Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, The Glory of All Lands. The glory of all lands. Call halal yamla alahayanawa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal yamla abanawa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. And the hopeful elect is destined to get to the kingdom. Lord willing, I'm part of the hopeful elect, but the destiny is to be delivered from this bondage, man. From our captivity, from our enemies. Day by day, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. The squeeze, the squeeze is on. The devil is came down with great wrath, and the squeeze is on. The serpent, Esau, Edom, the white man, and this is not our rest. And we're totally oppressed here, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, into the speckled birds, into these other nations that look like the other nations. We're oppressed. This system is totally against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, against Israel, against the tribes, man. This system, this Babylonian system, ultimately here in America too, but it's totally against you Israelites. The Lord told you that you would be ruled over by those that hate you. You see? And it's just constant oppression, man. And there's more danger and chaos, and things are going to get far worse. As the days and the months continue to grow, man. But the hopeful elect, the destiny that is destined to be delivered out of here, man, and to be beamed up into them chariots, in the Lord's second return, because we're stuck here, man, in this oppression, slavery. Let me get to the scriptures. I don't want to make this too long. Let me go to Exodus. Let me go to Exodus. Exodus 1 and 13. It says, and it reads, it says, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And this is in the first Egypt with our forefathers and ancestors, the same thing that happened in the first Egypt is happening here, and it's the same thing in the second Egypt here, because this place America is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, and we're serving with rigor, man. A lot of us, Israelites, we come from broken homes, man. Parents divorced, broken families. We don't got no, a lot of our families, we don't got no people that got family, businesses, grandfathers and grandparents that got all type of money and stuff. We don't got that, man. You know, I know my mom is in her 60s right now, and she's still working. Huh? She in her 60s and she's still working. You see? Ain't no fucking retirement plan, man. You know, this is not our rest, man. You know, a lot of us, you know, got these jobs. We work 8 to 10 hours, and you're getting paid sluggish wages, and you got enough to you're just slaving. You're just living to work. You're not working to live. You're living to work. Slave. Esau is taxing us to death. You supposedly get your tax, and it's gone already. As soon as it's gone. See? But a lot of us, we work these hours, you know, all week, man, and then you know, you just live to work, man. Totally oppressed with bills, and you know, you gotta buy food, you know, just oppressed, man, oppressed, rigor. Some of us then try to do some dirt to try to hit a lick to get a quick rich scheme. Been to the county jail or to prison, trying to, you know, make some extra funds, doing dirt, because it goes to that point. Some of us didn't did that. We didn't learn our lessons. It says 14. It says, and they made their lives bitter, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. See, and this is where it is. We're hard bondage, man. Bitter. Our lives are bitter. A lot of us. And then you have some of these Israelites that are doing great, man. But a lot of them that's chasing the bag and so well established, and a good majority of them, they're not serving the Lord, man. But as a nation overall, as Israel, we're oppressed, man. It says, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. You got a lot of the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Latino, and you got Native, so-called Native Americans out there living on these reservations. You got Issachar and some of these other northern tribes, the Latino tribes, you know, walking from one end of America to the other end of America. And here it is, you know, Issachar and these other, Latino tribes, you know, they're oppressed. They can't get over here. They were here in this land first, and they stuck at the border. They can't get through. Oppressed, man. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. Then you have a lot of this southern tribe, the Jew, you know, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, you know, stuck in the ghettos, you know, just totally oppressed, man. It says, in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service. See, in all manner of service. We got, you know, and Jake takes the worst jobs, custodian jobs, you know, working at these fast food restaurants. It says manner of service in the field. You have a lot of Northern Kingdom that's doing the produce and vegetables. They work from sunup, you know, they work from sunup to sundown. They the ones who should be getting paid like athletes right now, and actors and movie stars. You see, but they get paid kibbles and bits. It says all their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. You see? Let me go here. Let me go to but all this is coming to an end, man. All this is coming to an end. Let's go Ezekiel 20, Ezekiel 20 and 5. Ezekiel 20 and 5. And it reads, it says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAHSHI, in the day when I choose Israel. The Lord chose Israel. He said, and lifted up mine hand. The Lord lifted up his hand and swore to who? To Israel. He says, and lifted up my hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob. See, that's why the Lord says, Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated. And it ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change, man. We're the Lord's people. The Lord is swearing to, he didn't swore to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, to the house of Israel, the 12 lost tribes of Israel. The Lord has swore that you are my people and I'm your God. He says, and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt. That was 5,000 years ago. When I lifted up my hand unto them, see, saying, I am the Lord, your God. See, so the Lord swore, man. And our forefathers and ancestors going back into Egypt, the first Egypt, they broke, and when the Lord delivered, our forefathers out of the first Egypt, and brought them in the wilderness and made a promise, like he said, I swore with them that you're my people and I'm your God. And the Lord said that you would be holy. And our forefathers and ancestors, they broke that blood covenant, that promise, by being disobedient to the Lord, man, and doing all amount of evil in the wilderness. So the Lord put them curses on us, and he's told you that you would be ruled over by those that hate you, and I would scatter you. And we've been scattered into everywhere on earth. A good majority of the bulk of the tribes are right here in the Americas, man. A bulk of the tribes. A great deliverance is coming from here, from America, man. It says 6, in the day that I lifted up mine hand unto them to bring them forth of the land of Egypt into a land that I had espoused for them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. And what is the glory of all lands? Jerusalem, Mount Zion, the kingdom is going to be right here on earth. Israel, the center of the universe, man. And it's going to be the kingdom is going to be, it ain't going to be no place like it. What you're seeing over there right now, that's not the kingdom. That place over there in Israel right now is infested. It's contaminated. The heathen is over there. The enemy is in our land, and they're destroying our land. But that's okay, because the Lord is going to burn that place down through thermonuclear fire. And it's going to be built back up again. And it's going to be the greatest place on earth. There's going to be no place like it. And this place, America, is going to be destroyed, man. The second Egypt, because America is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. This place is out of here, man. That's why if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, Israel, man, you need to be coming back to your power, man, because of what the Lord has promised to ultimately his elect. Because the Lord's not coming back in his second return to save all the nation of Israel. They're not, because 2/3 of his people, they're just too gone. They're too far gone into wickedness. They love this place. This place is totally against the Lord. This place, America, promotes man on man, woman on woman. You can worship anything, you can eat anything. You know, they don't celebrate none of the Lord's holy days in this place. They're trying to ban the Bible. I mean, everything, man. This place is totally against the Lord. But he said, the glory of all lands, man. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Mount Zion, the kingdom. Let me close out with this. Let me go to Isaiah. This is what's coming. Isaiah 14 and 1. And it reads, it says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. See? For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. This is who this about, man. This ain't about nobody else. None of you other nations. It ain't about you, Esau. The Lord said, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. That's never going to change, man. That's never, ever going to change. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. See, we have a land, and it's the glory of all lands. Our land is gonna be, it's gonna be beautiful. The smell of the air, the fragrance, the food, the infrastructure of our homes, and how things are set up, the trees, the animals are all gonna play with each other. You're gonna have the lion playing with the deer, the zebra, the bear playing with the sheep and lamb. You're gonna have little 2-3-year-old babies playing with full-grown lions and leopards and full-grown big bears crawling, or little 2-year-old Israelite babies crawling all over the bear, playing with, and the bear, the lion, the leopard, none of them are gonna hurt them. You're gonna have rattle and viper snakes crawling. The 2-year-old baby gonna be able to pick the little snake up or play with it and put it all, rub it and touch it. It ain't gonna do nothing to the child. There's gonna be complete peace in the kingdom. And Israel's gonna rule in righteousness, man. This is what's coming. This is our land. We have the best food, best water. We have spiritual bodies, dressing royal. All of our women are gonna, the so-called Negro, Latina, Native American, Indian women, all of them are gonna be gorgeous, beautiful. The so-called Judite women, they're gonna have all their hair. They ain't gonna be bald-headed no more. Beautiful. Our homes are gonna look like, what our homes gonna look like, we're gonna make Donald Trump and the Rothschilds, all these rich people, their beach houses and their estate, we're gonna make they shit look like Skid Row. Our kingdom is gonna be, we're gonna be the greatest of all time, the richest. It says, and set them in their own land, and the strangers, those strangers are Israelites, man. It says, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. You see? But the elect is going to be put on a whole nother level than just the regular average Israelite citizen, even though all of Israel is going to be blessed beyond what you can think of. But the elect are going to be, they're going to have all the fame and glory, right along with YAHAWAHSHI. It says, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob too. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. We're gonna take you so-called white folks and you other nations, you Edomites, you Moabites, you Chinese and East Indians and Hamites, and you Ethiopians, all of you, man. You are gonna serve Israel. We're going to use you and your children for servants and handmaids. If you're not part of this 12 lost tribes of Israel, ultimately the elect, you're going into captivity, period. It says, and they shall be, it says, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All you nations, starting with you white folks, you are going into captivity, and we're going to use you as handmaids and servants in the kingdom, period. It says 3, I'll close out with this. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. See, and that's what we want, man. Rest. We need rest, man. We got new spiritual bodies. We're never gonna get sick. We're never gonna go off. We're gonna be at peace. We're gonna see our children. We're gonna have big dinners, big family dinners, gatherings. Everything is gonna be plush. It's gonna be the best, the greatest. Our food, our water, all of that, man. You see, Israel, we're gonna be the best, man. And we're gonna rule the world in righteousness. The world is gonna be at peace under our authority, starting with YAHAWAHSHI. We're not going to have to worry about no money, all that working all day and barely having enough money to pay your bills, and, you know, on welfare and general assistance programs and all that, going back and forth to prison and county jail, dealing with tax. We ain't going to have none of that shit, man. My mom is, like I said, my mom is in her 60s and she's still working. We're never going to have to work again. We ain't never going to be oppressed ever again. We're going to have spiritual bodies. And the other nations are going to be regular human people. Israel's going to be untouchable, man. We're going back to our land. But this is starting with the elect, man. So, this is it. This is it, man. We got to get out of here. So, you know, as it is written, you know, like the Lord said, Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated. Shalom.